The Limberlost Forest and Wildlife Reserve is a sustainably managed forest in Ontario that is open to the public throughout the year. 10,000 acres of unspoiled hardwood forest encompass dozens of pristine lakes. Over 70 kilometers of hiking trails make these forests and lakes accessible to you and your family. The endlessly varied terrain is also home to countless wildlife habitats. Only a 2.5-hour drive north from Toronto, the Limberlost Forest is a premier destination for ecotourists and nature lovers from across Canada. The Limberlost Forest has a long history of human use and activity, spanning many centuries. Thanks to our friends and local historians, we are able to rediscover and preserve this rich history in our writings and restoration work. The Ojibwe originally inhabited the Muskoka region and lived as peaceful fishermen and subsistence farmers. No one knows exactly what settlements existed in the area, but fire pits and various artifacts have been found at various locations on the property. Over the centuries, the area was host to some of Canada's most prominent European visitors. In 1615, Samuel de Champlain traveled through the area, using numerous lakes in the Severn River to reach Georgian Bay. In 1807, the region was mapped by Isaac Brock of the British Army. Brock would eventually be recognized as one of Canada's military heroes during the Battle of Queenston Heights in the War of 1812. During the late 19th century, the colonial government of Upper Canada sold 100-acre homestead lots to settlers for around $1 per acre. But farming on the rocky Canadian Shield was difficult, and many settlers departed after only a few years. Today, the only signs of their failed efforts are small clearings and stone walls in the forest. Among the most industrious settlers was Bobby Burns, who designed and built the trail system in the early 20th century. Working as a guide and conservationist, over the course of his life, Bobby Burns constructed 150 kilometers of woodland trails. During the same period, Gordon and Marion Hill were building the lodges that would eventually make the Limberlost Forest famous among Canada's most affluent nature lovers. One of the historic lodges can still be rented here today, while others with modern amenities have been added. By the 1920s, the luxurious resort was known around the world. Guests came to participate in recreational activities like hiking, horseback riding, fishing, skiing, and snowshoeing. The property was eventually sold in the early 1970s and then changed hands a number of times before the current group of owners acquired it. They share a common goal to provide a publicly accessible nature reserve, which since 1987 has been improved in accessibility and use through the restoration of the trails and historic cabins. Our work was recognized in 2008 with the Muskoka Heritage Stewardship Award. You can read about our history in recent publications, like Limberlost Collections, Early History and Popular Activities. We encourage you to learn more about the property at the recently restored Visitors Center. With a rich history behind us, and an unwavering focus on restoration and preservation, the Limberlost Forest continues to be one of the most accessible wilderness reserves in Canada. We invite you to contact us for further information about rates, reservations, and day visits at 705-635-1584. You can visit our website at limberlostlodges.com for directions, information about our trails, accommodations, and other activities, and also for electronic versions of our publications.